NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Seahawks and the Bills coming up next.
And we are underway in Buffalo. This is taken just shy of the... And look at this. Right away, a loose football. Now Wilson on first down. Escaping the... And right away, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. 56. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
2nd down and goal. Allen. The quick slant caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for...
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run for Devin Singletary. And the Bills have taken the early lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's 2nd down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Wilson. And takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, 42 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Wilson going to throw for it. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here come the Bills out for their second drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points,
taking it right down Broadway. 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, 78 yards. And the Bills have retaken the lead. Devin Singletary certainly capable of breaking off some big runs, and he got loose on a big one there. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Allen will try to throw for it. Being chased out left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
And that guy just keeps getting better. And I'm talking about Tyler Lockett, who just made that nice catch there for a 1st down. Now in his 7th season with Seattle, last year may have been his finest yet. And even 100 catches, many of them of the spectacular variety. Paired with DK Metcalf, a heck of a dynamic duo for the Seahawks.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. Wilson. Eluding the pressure. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
Going deep for Diggs. This is caught at the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 79 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
So there's the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And Gerald Everett makes a good catch there for a first down, and he was signed away from the Seattle Seahawks division rivals, the Rams, after 4 years in L.A. backing up Tyler Higbee. He's excited about his opportunity in the Pacific Northwest. Last year, 41 catches, a career high.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
So for this defense, a tall order ahead trying to defend against Russell Wilson. Charles, your keys for how they might go about keeping him in check?
Well, before we even get to the keys, let's start with the problems he presents, because he feels pressure so well. He's got a great sixth sense, maybe even a 7th and 8. He knows where the pressure's coming from. He knows how to slide away from it, sometimes run away from it, and then he finds good throwing lanes to deliver downfield. So to me, is that pressure inside, big, tall guys to make him try and throw over them and make his height work against him.
From the 36, Wilson, he'll let this go for the end zone. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
That's what I'm talking about.
Tyler Lockett, 36 yards. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
Most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds. And oh, he kicked it out of bounds. That's a big penalty.
And this is where the rest of the team turns and stares at the kicker and says, you have one job, Execute it.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Finding room inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but Cole Beasley, he's in his 10th NFL season, and in 2020, his best year yet. 82 catches, close to 1,000 yards. Loves the freedom that this Bills offense affords him.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Allen now looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Singletary, they'll run for it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, 28 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Not quite sure how to describe that, but I think that there's a mix-up in responsibilities defensively because they're so used to either the running back getting the ball or the ball getting out of his hands downfield as a pass that when he ends up keeping it, they sometimes get fooled. And he found a way to squirt through the defenders and take off for a big, big run.
And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. And that's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Carson, the 1st down and more as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side, but how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
forced out to his left. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Now it's Carson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run it with Carson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Wilson. Out left, he's got it to Everett. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they...
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. They'll look to throw. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. As I talk with coaches.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They fake the handoff. Now Allen. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only one so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. A final shot before half for Allen. Going deep for Diggs. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. As time expires in the first half. And the Bills will extend their lead here just before halftime. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
And it's going to be caught. Not sure why they went for 2, but they do get it. So we've reached halftime in a wild first. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. And, Charles, this is one of those inexcusable special teams penalties, an out-of-bounds kickoff.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Sometimes errors occur because of situations.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen going deep for Diggs. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result. Ran a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain of 32 that time.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
On first down, Carson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. That'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On second and 10, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Dancing to his left. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Carson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They'll try to run with Carson. And Carson unable to make it to the yellow line as the defense bottles him up. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. They go play action with Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5.
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. It's the rookie Carlos Basham getting in there to drop him. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. That's taken in by Eskridge, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Wilson able to hook up with Eskridge. First down, Seattle.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Play action. It's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 45-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 21. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Jerry Hughes too strong as he's in for the sack. On third down, Wilson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Wilson connects with Tyler Lockett. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. On play action, Allen. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away.
And now it's third. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he's got his man here, Beasley. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They run here with Singletary. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. And they'll try and run it in with Singletary. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This is DJ Reed returning. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, 78 yards. And the Bills have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Allen will try to throw for it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Here's Reed. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the shotgun, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Touchdown, Bills! Dawson Knox, 34 yards. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Jerry Hughes able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to. And got his man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 33 yards that time.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring